in a time of famine and hardship, in the land of Judah, there lived a woman named Naomi. Life had not been kind to her. Hunger forced her family to leave their homeland and journey to a foreign country called Moab. There, tragedy struck. Naomi lost her husband, and years later, her 2 sons also died, leaving her with only her daughters-in-law, Orpah and Ruth. Naomi's heart was heavy with grief. With nothing left for her in Moab, she decided to return home to Bethlehem. She urged her daughters-in-law to stay behind and rebuild their lives. Orpah, though tearful, eventually turned back. But Ruth refused. With unwavering devotion, she clung to Naomi and said, "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God." Ruth chose love over comfort, loyalty over convenience. Together, the 2 widows returned to Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest. But they arrived with nothing, no wealth, no protection, only hope. To survive, Ruth went into the fields to gather leftover grain behind the harvesters. This was called gleaning, a practice meant for the poor. And by what seemed like chance, she found herself in the field of a kind and honorable man named Boaz. Boaz noticed her immediately. He had heard of Ruth's loyalty to Naomi, how she left everything behind to care for her. Moved by her character, Boaz showed her kindness. He protected her, provided food for her, and even instructed his workers to leave extra grain on purpose. Day after day, Ruth returned to the fields, working under the hot sun, and every evening she carried food home to Naomi. Slowly, hope began to misplace despair. Naomi then realized something extraordinary. Boaz was not just a kind man, he was a close relative, a kinsman redeemer, someone who could restore their family's future. Following Naomi's guidance, Ruth approached Boaz one night at the threshing floor. It was a bold and humble act. She asked him to take responsibility as her redeemer. Boaz was deeply moved. He praised Ruth for her integrity and promised to do everything according to honor and the law. After all formalities were completed, Boaz redeemed Naomi's family line and took Ruth as his wife. From loss came restoration. From sorrow came joy. Ruth, once a foreign widow, became part of something far greater than she could have imagined. She gave birth to a son named Obed, the grandfather of King David, and through that lineage would one day come Jesus Christ.